Well, that's a recovery worth something though, huh? Difficult recovery because of the terrain, the slope, and of course, you know, we have powerful trucks around here. But yeah, you know, it is something else. It is something else when everything goes wrong anyways. So yeah, now, well, that was an ending yesterday, right? You know, where we did tip with the twin steer. Now we are right back over here. The cargo is recovered. And I think we might actually deliver this last haul over here. So what I actually plan to do from now on in our SnowRunner, you know, playthrough, I think the twin steer is a little bit too overpowered for us, right? Because everything is going extremely smooth, and that's how we want it. Of course, we fail sometimes, especially once we say that we mastered it, you know, and we just tip over. The thing though is that I will mostly use it for extreme amounts of transport. Let's say 14 metal rolls, you know, that's a lot. Large metal pipes, you know, like the 4-slot stuff, I will use the twin steer for. But let's say if I have to get 6 consumables, we can do it with something else, right? You know, I think we can. That is not going to be an issue for us. It's a little bit more back and forth for real, but it will be worth it. It will be worth it. But man, that recovery was something else though, huh? Tight slope. Difficult angle. You know, to reach the twin steer with a tiny crane. It's not easy to do. But we made it. We made it. We did a good job though, and I'm proud of that. Anyways, welcome back to SnowRunner. For those that do not know, I'm going through the game for 100%. We're going to use every truck that we have. Here and there. So if you want to have a certain truck that you think that I have right now, that will be nice, right? You know, to let me know. And yeah, I am now, as you can see right over here, I'm on Wisconsin, 77%. We have done every other map so far for 100%. And we are doing it in chronological order. So if there is a truck that you want to see that I don't have yet, I'm not a little fairy, so I cannot... Oh, we almost tipped over there. I cannot actually summon it in. And about my expedition, right? I do like the game. It is a very interesting game. Expeditions, a mud runner game. Although it is completely different from what we are doing here in SnowRunner, like delivering cargo through rough terrain. That's more like an exploration scientist type of game, as far as I have seen. And yeah, I think we might do... a Sunday special of that, you know, like every Sunday we might actually upload a nice mud runner game like Expeditions, and maybe later on a Roadcraft. We will see about that, right, you know. But do let me know if you rather prefer that approach, like a Sunday special Expedition episode, or, you know, like we are playing a full map to map. Let's say if this map is finished, this region of Wisconsin in SnowRunner, we might do Arizona in Expeditions for 100%, and then go back to the next map in this beautiful game called SnowRunner, and then back and forth between these two games. Yeah, I need a little bit of a feedback there. So if you see a feedback from someone else and you agree with it, like that one, you know, like that comment, that will help me out too by seeing, like, you know, maybe you don't want to comment, but maybe you can give a like. And then that helps out a lot too, right? You know, like, yeah, thank you already in advance. Anyways, the stumble is out of my throat, apparently. Well, I just keep on hauling, man. I want to see this factory finished, though. Especially this part, which is going to be easy, though, right? You know, like 6 brakes left. One of the brake houses are very close, so that's very nice. And then we only need to get 4 more. So that's not bad. But which truck are we going to use for it? Oh, back boy! No, yet. Woo! Yeah, I thought we could do it. But we almost tipped over there, right? You know? Oh my, so close to. Yeah, I should have gone with the ultra wide corner, though. Yeah, better safe than sorry, though, huh? Better safe than sorry. I was just staring at our garage there. Eyes on the road, man. Eyes on the road, Benny. Hoppa, there we go, there we go. Now let's see, what truck shall we get? What truck shall we get? But first we should actually park this one, and then I will see you guys once we arrive at the brick house and then get the beautiful, you know, bricks over here with a new truck. It could also be that one right over there. I mean, it's a beautiful truck that we did unlock over here. We totally are wrecking right now. Ay. A little bit of spit though, right, you know, and the little scratches are just gone. Oh yeah, you guessed it right, you know. It is our beautiful International Paystar 5600 TS. And I changed the tires to off-road heavy duty 1. So that's pretty decent though. And why heavy duty? Because, well, it's either you call it off-road heavy duty or off-road heavy double. And you have double on the rear. So it has a lot more traction because of the width of the tires. Okay, I'm not sure if I should have been going this way. Should have been going that way apparently. And, you know, it has more traction than in the deep mud and will help us out even with stabilizing and becoming less tippy. I love me some white trucks though, huh? Oh boy. Yeah, see what I mean? If we didn't have the double there, we would have tipped. It was a very unfortunate angle there. I should be a little bit more careful here, bumping on these rocks. And maybe put her in low gear for a second or two. To be fair with you, I'm not sure if this is the best route that I could have taken. I tried to avoid the mud behind me, but this might be a little bit more of a struggle. Although we like that now, don't we? Let's put her in low gear plus with differential lock on so we can go over these boulders and rocks a little bit easier. Let me push that one, thank you. Yeah, I was very happy there though for a second that we could push that one away. Man, yeah, this truck is something else. It's like a mix of the Fleetstar and the Twin Steer. And very much less tip heavy than the Twin Steer is. And isn't that cool? And a whole lot more powerful and diverse than the Fleetstar that we have been using in the Wisconsin too, right? So keep that in mind. If you want to have a balanced, versatile truck, use this one. It's a blast to drive. Now, all of this is so unfortunately placed. Look at that. Oh, my tire. Okay, it's not going to pop. Very nice. Alright, bricks. There we go. And you know what? Let's just drive. Just drive backwards. Let's just be smart about this. Now, technically, if we can figure out where we have more bricks, it will help us out a long time, though, if we could make all of this in a 2-hauler instead of a 3-hauler. You know, time is money, my friends. Talking about time, hey, you guys watched in the last 28 days, like 70 more hours, though. I mean, that is such a huge compliment, though. Thank you very much. And that makes me very happy that I can be, well, a little bit entertaining, though, right? You know, so that's very nice. All right, now let's see. We do need to find bricks. Now, I've been really looking everywhere, and I cannot find any place that has the bricks. So that is a very strange thing. Like any hangar, anything with this logo though, right? You know, the 3 boxes or the real production plant has the cogwheel in a box. Yeah, neither on each map. But I found something, the classified, right over here, right? So maybe we should finish that and wrap that one up before we can do anything. I think that's a smart choice. So let's go. By the way, this truck is a drinker, by the way. So be aware of that. Now I'm going to deliver these 2 bricks and then we are going to see if we can do the mission classified. And I'm very curious about what we have to do with that mission, by the way. Let's go to the gas station there, just in case that we don't make it. Now remember, these are not mud tires though, but they are not horrible for it. We have double tires at the back, so we don't sink in as much as the front tires. And if we do enter some deep mud, you will clearly see though, like, it's a massive difference. It really, really is. High gear. Let's not do the high gear though. We will sink away. Differential lock on helps a lot there. There we go. Back into high gear. Alright, let's visit the gas station. But yeah, you know, like, I really do hope that there are enough brakes in the game though, right? You know, in this region, because if not, yeah, it's going to be difficult to actually, you know, finish the map then. What could happen is that we have to advance with the other contract first. That will be very, very strange now, wouldn't it be? But it's an option. It's a true option that we have to consider though and be aware of. Don't worry about the coffee and the beef jerky. We are going to get them once we are driving towards the next region though. We gotta keep the truck belly full, right? You know? Best thing about this game actually is though, if you have an itchy nose or, you know, an eye, maybe a cheek or something, and you try to scratch that, you're going down a cliff. You know, there is so much micro and macro that we have to think about, right? You know, like, oh, slight little tip to the left. Oh, boom, directly we have to go to the right, you know. So many adjustments though in the micro and macro. And if one of them goes wrong, yeah, it's like you're losing a boss fight in Dark Souls. It's getting dark already, wow. Well, let's put her in high gear through this little mud bed over here. Again, this place looks very nice to drive though, but right now, as you can see, oh. There we go. We did need the differential lock and low gear. But as you can see, we are sinking deep away. Now the front tires, they are not double, as you can see, they are sinking really, really deep in, but the rear is staying nicely afloat. Now this helps a lot. It's not twin steer friendly though, right? You know, in comparison, not even close in its leaks, but it's doing a very, very solid job though. It is way better than the other ones that I had before. The mud tires. How silly is that, huh? Alright, now this looks way more intimidating. It's not. This is the easy part though. You would really think, right, you know, but the bedrock over here is it's a lot more friendly for trucks. Oh yeah. The other one has just sands and whatnot below the ground. This one has solid bedrock. Just a layer of sand that's accumulated throughout the years. By the way, do you know how beach sand looks like? If not, Google a picture right now. Alright, pause the video, come back of course, you know, or just listen on and check in Google Images beach sand up close or zoomed in or anything like that. They are all very tiny, and I repeat, they are tiny little shells. Even tiny star, you know, like the animal, you know, like sea stars, there are tiny micro parts of them around. And if you're lucky and you see a live version of it, like a tiny video or something, you might even see certain shellfish, one might say, but on a microbic level. Isn't that crazy though, huh? The same goes with a lot of normal sand though. They are just tiny minerals. Crazy if you think about it, huh? Another fun fact is that not one cell of your body touches another. You know, the do work together though, right? But nothing in your body is actually touching. You know, you are just a loose bag of cells though, meat bag in other words, you know? What a strange fact during a trucking episode. But anyways, you know, like you could just fall apart, you know, technically, right? You know? Yeah, all those cells are holding on for dear life. Now, we kind of have to find out where the place is, though. I believe it's behind the sawmill somewhere, and if we keep going this way and deeper in the forest, I actually went the wrong way. Yes, we did. All right, we got to turn around, though. We have to go towards there, and then we have to go there. Oh, my, I took this route. Yep. Good start, by the way. Good start. Yeah, we just had to go over here. It's kind of rude of us, though, just to use the terrain of this factory. Sure thing, sure thing. What is being made over here again? All right, only that one, huh? Sure thing. So, yeah, you know, we are using the terrain of this factory just to go into the off-roads. Yeah, I mean, we are kind of loud, though, as you can see. It's because of the coffee that we have, though, right? You know, we have a coffee station built into every truck that we have. Wouldn't that be something, though? Wouldn't that be something? Oh, yeah. Especially since coffee is so expensive these days, right? You know, at gas stations and whatnot. Man, you know, whenever I think about buying ready-to-drink coffee, you know, I think about a lot of people that go to offices these days, right? You know, and you just, man, I cannot go to work if I didn't have my coffee from Starbucks this morning, you know. And then, you know, they are drinking something that's worth $15 US. $15 US for 1 cup of coffee. Sure, it might be expensive, might be very good, but I think we are just paying a little bit too much for the vanilla extracts, for... Well, it's not even that, though, right? You know, it's most... Well, yeah, everything is overpriced, but it's more about trying to belong to something. Saying to yourself probably that you made something out of yourself when you can afford that, even though it's draining your bank account like there's nothing else. $15 for a cup of coffee, though. For a cup of Slocum Joe. I mean, wow. And not just that, though. I mean, do that throughout the year. Do you know how many investments you can make with that, you know, into assessments of assets? I'm not talking about stock market, though, but just investing in... is this the road? Yes, this is the main road. Into a company or something like that, right, you know? But anyways, that is just a whole different level, though, right, you know? And, yeah, I mean, it's like the Apple thing, right? You know, like every 1 or 2 years you do need a new an Apple product. It's kind of silly, though, right? You know. But I do get the psychological thing behind it. I do not agree with it, though, right? You know. And the best and the worst thing actually is, right? You know, if you buy yourself a luxury coffee machine, right? You know. You probably save a couple of $1,000s a year with that alone, right? And the fun fact about, let's say, those vanilla beans, right? You know, the extract. Well, they come almost from the same factory or region or countryside, farm, etc., right? You know, so you actually pay for the label, you know. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Man, I'm ranting today, aren't I? Alright, here we go, though. We gotta be careful about these little bridges, because if your wheel gets stuck to one... I kind of want to show you. Yeah, you know what? Let me show you. Hopefully I'm not tipping. But if your tire gets stuck... I don't even think we fit in here with 3 tires. Alright, well, you see what I mean right now, right? You know, if your tire is getting stuck there, and you only have 2 tires or 1 tire at the rear, then you don't have the grip. So if I will just put the all-wheel drive off... Okay, well, it will keep spinning there then. You know what I mean? And it's extremely difficult to get yourself out. I had it once, and I had to get another truck to pull myself out. But I could not winch myself out. I could not pull myself out. I had to get a long winch, drive towards the truck, and then accelerate and just force ram it out. You know what I mean? Not the best thing though. So suspension, tires, everything is going to break then. But in general though, that's the only way how you can get out. And we have to go to the right here. Differential lock. Oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, I remember this place alright. You know, we did see that beautiful upgrade there. And I was just going, yeah, I gotta have that one. I totally forgot to check out what we are having there. We can do this though. I went a little bit too slow. Oh yeah. Beautiful though, right? Beautiful. Yeah, we totally forgot to go over here. Now I kind of hope that we can do this with this truck. If not, we are just getting another one though, huh? How'd you find me? Well, that's a paranoia thing. For who are you hiding? Never mind, I think the government knows that I'm after them. So I had to move, but I can trust you. Yeah, this is super dangerous though, right? You know, helping a paranoid person. I have discovered paranormal activity again. Treetops mysteriously disappear at night. In the spots I've marked, please take a look at that place. Man, this is the same guy with the fairy circles though, right? But I do believe him. I do trust him. Those fairy circles were actually real, weren't they? We have seen them. Alright, so there, and there. Now, I'm going to go there, and there, of course. But we will approach it this time by daylight. Because last time there wasn't anything. But I will switch to nighttime, maybe. Maybe. I don't think anything will happen. So, do we have to? Better safe than sorry, I always say, right? Yeah, we cannot make that turn over that bridge. Ooh, better be careful though, the speed might have tipped us over. Yeah, we were driving in that little empty... Yeah, I don't know, there should be water in there, right? You know, in that little sinkhole there. But it's pure emptiness, so don't worry about that. You can drive there. And the downpour is really starting, huh? So the treetops are disappearing. He has some good eagle eyes, though, by the way, I have to say. Let's go and see if we can go from this side. He really does though, right? Because he either is at the right place at the right time, or Mr. Big Boy is super eagle-eyed. I think one further. Yeah. By the way, there's a roadside towards this place too from the other side, but that's okay. Not the best truck for this type of job, but we will manage. Just gotta be aware of every strange little push. Oh, wow. Look at that. He was right, though, huh? Treetops disappearing. Entire trees, too. Well, this is sawmill factory close by, though. I just have to point that one out. Man, that is something else, though, huh? So tied together. No damage on the surrounding trees. Meaning, you know, it didn't hit them when you were cut off. And falling over. Interesting. Oi, 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 oi. This truck is a drinker, though. Look at that. 28 liters per minute. We only have 69 liters left, though. I don't think we might wrap it up with this truck. But That's all right, though. We can get the Tetrain to deliver a little bit of juice, though, right? You know, but oh boy, what a drink at 28 liters per minute. Oi, 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 oi. That's a disaster, by the way. That's a real logistic disaster if you have to think about it, right? You know? And we have to think about these things. My favorite little tune melody, the sad guitar play, you know? I love it. Wow, we were at 69. Oh, we are at 55. How many meters did we actually advance, though, huh? Whoever designed the engine should get spanked a little bit more as a kid, though, I suppose, right, you know? Yeah, I mean, you gotta think about the trucker's wallet, though. He ain't trucking to pay the bills for the gas tank alone, right, you know? There are hopes and wishes and dreams behind every mile that he's on the road. Kind of crazy, by the way. Like, one of the facts SnowRunner did show, right, while loading the game, is that truckers are, on average, 240 nights away from home. Damn, Lucy got a boyfriend, though, I suppose, then. But in general, that's a tough life, though, if you put it in numbers, right? We all know that how tough it already is. But like that, away from your kids like that. Oh, yeah, 37 liters. I think I cannot really get out of here comfortably. Ay, 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 ay. And that's the negative of double tires. Everything has a negative. A downside and an upside. Without it, there's no balance. $26 liters. Yeah, this is wishful thinking, though. I truly hope that we can reach it. But it's wishful thinking, man. We are running on hopes, dreams, and prayers right now. Oh, yeah. The gas tank already feels it, you know, with the engine slowing down too. Losing power. 15, 14. It's like a countdown at this point, though. How much liters we are drinking down here. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, the shake is going to start already. 8, 7, 6, 5. The shake, man. 4. Yeah, we are stuck already. Yep. No way forward. There we go. 2, 1. Empty. Ay, 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 ay. Let's get some help, though, huh? Right around the corner is where we have to go. Oh, yeah, there's the beauty. I think we can park on... Yeah, let's go on the left side. Yeah, sure. The nozzle is actually on the right side, I believe, somewhere. Yeah. Oh, doesn't matter. Hoppa, there we go. There we are. The roof rack. Yeah, that's enough, though. Let's just pump that one full too. This is more than enough right now to actually go back to the garage with. Nice. Isn't that beautiful, though? Huh? A little purr of a kitten. Oh, yeah. Some of you know, right, that we have a Rottweiler, and man, that thing loves to purr. Yeah, Rottweilers have a certain purr. It's like a soft growl, like, you know, other dogs might do it if they are angry. A Rottweiler is just like, you know, it is a normal thing. It shows that they really are affectionate to you. So don't be too afraid, though, if they are doing like, you know, just be careful. All right, until you do know the Rottweiler. But the thing, though, is Yeah, a lot of people are actually afraid of... Wow, did you see that slingshot? A lot of people are actually afraid of that though with Rottweilers. And some of them are actually extreme. They really sound like an angry growl. Why would anyone chop trees in the... in the middle of the forest? And where did the chopped trees go? Carter vanished yet again, leaving behind an envelope. Ay. Carter, huh? Yeah, I mean, why would he do it in the middle of a forest, surrounded by a sawmill? Look at that beauty over there, huh? Oh, yeah. It's not as beautiful as my Farming Simulator 1, but... Oh, it's actually way better looking, to be very fair with you. Very much better looking. Anyways, now let's see. Now, this is not the result that we wanted to have, right, you know? Weightlifting, restoring the track, starting the power plant. All I did see, though, is nanogun infrastructures. Let's go with this one, though. Weightlifting. What? Deliver locomotive to... No way, my boy. No way. We have to... How? From there? Oh, we have to haul it all the way over there. But... wait a minute. I think... Yeah, right over here. These are actually... This railroad track is damaged. Yeah, I think so, though. I think so. I kind of want to do it now, though, man. But this is just pure epic. This is just pure epic, though. Yeah. If you do watch this, right, you know, let me know with what truck we have to do it. Just make sure that it is powerful enough, alright, you know? Because I don't want to do it with let's say, the Russian officer scout, you know? Like the TURS or something. Alright, see you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Stay happy and healthy. Take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.